Now on CoastTV News.
Against the win. A win for those opposing a wind farm planned off our coast, what a federal judge has decided in the lengthy legal battle. Plus, defamation fights ignites. Trump sues major news organization. The details this morning of the $10 billion lawsuit.
Many of us began the day in the teens. A warming trend is underway. We'll finally get above the freezing mark, and that will lead to a soaking rain by late week.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. Today is Tuesday, December 16th. I'm Grace Eckerly and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Starting off by taking a live look into a sunny but cold Rehoboth Beach. If it weren't for the temperatures outside and you're just looking at this, you'd think, oh, maybe it'd be a nice beach day. But Chris, I don't think anyone is getting in their swim trunks today.
No swim trunks today, Grace. Good morning. We're seeing clear skies out there and still seeing those cold temperatures, but a warming trend is underway. We're at 36, so we're above the freezing mark in Cambridge. We're at 34, Georgetown, right up the freezing mark in Harrington and Bridgeville, 35 in Bethany Beach. You can see winds are out of the northwest, relatively calm. Some areas picking up winds as high as 5 miles an hour, so not much of a wind chill this morning, unlike what we had yesterday. High pressure settling in, keeping us dry, and that's really going to be the case through the day today as we get above the freezing mark. Highs reaching the upper 30s to right around the 40-degree mark. We'll fall to 26 by around 9, so we're in for yet another cold night. We'll eventually dip into the lower to mid-20s. Chilly conditions today, and then we'll gradually see seasonable temperatures into the day on Wednesday, and that's only a taste of what's to come. We're going to be pushing 60 degrees by Thursday, ahead of a soaking rain. We'll talk more about how much rain we could expect to see in that full 7-day forecast. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. Now a win for the Trump administration and those opposing a wind farm planned off our coast. On Monday, a federal judge denied alternative energy company U.S. Wind's request for a preliminary injunction. The Trump administration is attempting to revoke the permits for this project, permits that were approved under the Biden administration. This is the latest of a lengthy legal battle, parts of which involve lawsuits by Ocean City and Fenwick Island to block the project from ever starting. And on the area development front in Milton, the focus on fast food. Officials will discuss plans to bring a Dairy Queen to Broadkill Road. The Planning and Zoning Commission is set to review final site plans for the restaurant that would include a drive-through. And important to note, the proposed location is near the site of the planned Dunkin'. Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission gathers tonight at 6:30 p.m. Now, here's a bird's eye view of Belmead Farm on Route 24, where developers want to rezone 39 acres of farmland for apartments and commercial use. Possible changes in that zoning for Sussex County to create a creation of a new development. Now, Sussex County Council is once again set to discuss an ordinance regarding Belmead Farm LLC. This coming after previously deferring a decision in part to allow for more information to make its way to the council. DelDOT has now answered some of the county's questions, specifically several about an already busy Route 24 and what commercial development here could mean for traffic. DelDOT also said the Belmead developer must put a traffic light at the intersection of Route 24 and the Belmead site entrance. Now, people who live nearby saying that they have worries.
I think they're doing traffic impact studies in a vacuum, or they're not doing traffic impact studies at all because it's called a transportation improvement district. It's thought to be a good idea for places to do that so they could fast track development, but fast tracking development is not always the best idea.
Sussex County Council began their meeting at 10 a.m. Now, drivers in parts of Worcester County may need to take a different route starting today. MDOT says crews will be doing pavement patchwork in the area of routes 90 and 50, as well as routes 90 and 589. You can see that area on your screen now. Work is expected to be done between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., and they say it should wrap up on Friday. Now, an update on bike accessibility in Lewis. The Bicycle and Pedestrian Committee is scheduled to discuss Forecastle Lane. Also on their agenda, possible action regarding safety upgrades. The committee is expected to provide and update on the Delaware Bicycle Council grant. They're meeting tonight at 5:30 p.m. at City Hall to discuss. Happening today, a special session of the Maryland General Assembly, and this comes after Governor Wes Moore signed an executive order in response to the Speaker of the House stepping down. Adrienne Jones announced earlier this month she is leaving that leadership role. Lawmakers are expected to spend part of the session electing a new Speaker of the House. And in national news, new overnight, President Trump has filed a major lawsuit against BBC alleging election interference and defamation tied to a documentary released ahead of the 2024 election. BBC says that it will defend Trump defamation lawsuits over Panorama speech edits. The civil complaint accuses BBC of producing what is called a false, deceptive, and malicious portrayal of President Trump in a Panorama documentary that aired just 1 week before the 2024 election. The suit specifically alleges the program was edited in a misleading way to suggest January 6, 2021 speech outside of the White House. Donald Trump explicitly urged supporters to attack the U.S. Capitol, a claim that Trump denies. The suit is seeking $5 billion in damages for each of its 2 counts, defamation and violation of Florida's Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practices Act. Turning now to developing news, the FBI and Providence Police released new photos and videos of the person of interest in the Brown University shooting. The images were captured about 2 hours before the shooting, according to police chief. The photos came from an area close to the university, and officials believe it is the same person from the previously released video of the person of interest. Now stay with us on CoastTV News Midday, because after the break, education encouraged for Sussex seniors. We'll tell you how you can get in on a new offer from cheer centers in Sussex County.
Taking a live look at the snow-covered landscape in Milford. Temperature there is right around the freezing mark. We see temperatures rise into the upper 30s under mostly sunny skies. Congratulations to Brenda Lawson, Milton, Delaware, on winning an umbrella from CoastTV. We'll talk about temperatures pushing to the 60-degree mark. Full forecast in minutes.
Well, that snow, of course, we had earlier in the week brought out DelDOT snow plows, and crews were out there trying to keep the road safe. But if there's any chance your property may have been damaged by a DelDOT snowplow, maybe your mailbox, the department wants to hear from you. DelDOT says you can contact its insurance coverage office to report the damage and ask about reimbursement. They ask that you just include photos along with the date, time, and the location of the incident. And maybe neighborhoods that hired someone other than DelDOT to plow their streets may be able to get some of their money back as well. DelDOT has a program to reimburse up to 75% of the cost. That's only for public roads. Private roads, however, are not included. There is a maximum limit. And for people living in Millsboro who have ideas on how to make downtown more aesthetically pleasing, well, the town wants your input. Officials are asking those in Millsboro, business owners and visitors to take a survey. The town says that feedback will help to guide possible upgrades and enhancements. You can find that survey on the Town of Millsboro's website. And now coming up next, Chris Mastrobono working hard in the First Alert Weather Center. He's got your full forecast that includes your Christmas Day forecast. That's after the break.
Well, if you're getting tired of these frigid wind chills we've been experiencing over the last 2 days, we have some good news for you. A warming trend is underway. You can see winds not all that high this morning here as we take a live look in through Ocean View. We see bright blue skies, 37 degrees, so we're inching above the freezing mark, and you can see the 24-hour temperature change. We're running about 10 degrees warmer in both Ocean City, Salisbury, so that is a sign of some warmer times ahead. We were at the freezing mark in Lewis, 34 Milton, 33 Harrington to 37 in Laurel. You can see winds out of the west, northwest, pretty calm across the area. We'll see more of a southwest wind as we go throughout the afternoon. You can see the snowpack here on the peninsula as you go further to the north, where they received upwards of 5 to 7 inches across Newcastle County. You can see that snowpack stretch all the way back to the plains, but high pressure in full control. High is actually going to slide offshore. That's going to allow more of a southwest wind to kick in as we go over the next few days. You can see we've been well below average to start this month. First 15 days, only 1 day there. Back on the 2nd, we were at normal. We had normal temperatures there, but we've been well below average 30 degrees yesterday, so this will be the first day we get above freezing really since Sunday morning. We're at 38 this afternoon in Lewis, 36 in Milford. We'll see a high of 37 in Denton, 40 in Salisbury, some areas across the midshore reaching the 40-degree mark. But we stay clear and dry through the afternoon. Another cold night will dip into the lower to mid-20s. I think just after midnight we'll hit those lows, and then we'll gradually see those temperatures rise by tomorrow afternoon. A mix of sun and clouds. We get up into the upper 40s to right around 50. A weak front's going to be pushing through, so we'll see a few added clouds late in the day tomorrow, but we stay dry. In fact, we're going to remain dry at least through Thursday night. Average high 50. We soar back into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees by early Friday morning. Now, we stay dry most of Thursday. Moisture builds in Thursday evening through Thursday night, and the rain will come down heavy at times, I think, through daybreak on Friday. So expect a wet morning commute as we go into Friday, but you could see the winds out of the south surging. We'll see wind gusts upwards of 30 to 40 miles an hour. We're going to hit our highs likely Friday morning, and then temperatures crash through the afternoon as that cold, drier air filters in behind the cold front. So we're looking at highs reaching 57 into Thursday, a mostly cloudy day. That rain arrives overnight Thursday through Friday. Hit that 60 in the morning. Temperatures will fall through the day on Friday. Again, we could see winds as high as 30 to 40 miles an hour. We're looking at a general half an inch to an inch of rain once all is said and done, but we are looking at a much drier weekend, 44 in through Saturday, and then we're right back up to 50s on Sunday, but staying sunny and dry through the weekend, 43 in through Monday as we kick off the Christmas week on Delmarva. Grace.
Exciting news, Chris. And coming up tonight on DSN at 6, Salisbury Christian faces Eastern Shore Homeschool in boys basketball. Then catch that final score at 10:30 p.m. And you can watch that game on DSN Plus along with these exclusives. At 5:30 p.m., Mardella hosts Washington in girls basketball. Also at 5:30 p.m., Kent County taking on North Carolina girls basketball. And at 6:30 p.m., Cape Henlopen battles Dover in boys basketball. Also at 6:30 p.m., Sussex Central visits Smyrna in boys basketball.
We are continuing with our Bless Our Children campaign. We are raising money to ensure that every child on Delmarva has that special present to open during this Christmas time. And our latest donation and card is going up on our tree. This is a great winter scene. You have the snow and the mountains on these cabins. And this one was sent to us from Suzanne and Thomas from Lewis. And they write, God bless everyone for all the children. This is going right on our tree. Thank you so much for that. Businesses can help by accepting the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000. And if you want to help send a donation in a holiday card, we may just read it on the air. You can send a check or money order to the address on your screen or donate online at blessourchildren.org.
And thanks to you, we have already helped to raise almost $320,000 to help children and family this holiday season. Again, we would like to thank all who have donated. In Sussex County, Cheer is launching Cheer Academy. That's a free education program for Sussex County people aged 50 and older, where they can enjoy fitness, brain health, technology, and creative classes. Participants do not need to be a Cheer member to attend, and at the conclusion of the class, Cheer says that participants will receive a complimentary 1-year Cheer membership valid at all 8 Cheer centers. Enrollment is now open and classes will begin in early January. U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon visited Maple Elementary School in Cambridge last night. The stop was part of an Education Department's History Rocks Tour, which will take administration officials to all 50 states ahead of next year's Independence Day. Congressman Andy Harris joined Secretary McMahon for the visit, along with former counselor to President Trump Kellyanne Conway. Local leaders, including Cambridge Mayor Lejan Cephas Bay, were also in attendance. This is the 4th stop on the tour, with many more to come across the country.
Well, the sun is shining on this mid-December Tuesday on Delmarva. You see the blue skies there, the snow on the foreground. Laurel, we have a temperature of 37 degrees, so the sun warming us up above that freezing mark, and we'll get to close to 40 degrees in some areas on the peninsula, especially away from the beaches under mostly sunny skies. You can get your latest forecast by dialing our First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Broxton and Dallas Federico. Your exclusive 10-day forecast is up next.
Chris, I know we've been talking a lot about your weather forecast.
I know.
And I know there's rain. I know it's coming. I'm not sure if I can get behind this, especially with the cold we've been feeling. It's hard to believe.
I know, it's been so cold.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've been below freezing since Sunday. And yeah,
Oof.
we're talking rain because we're having a warming trend. It's beginning today. We're
Chris.
finally getting above the freezing mark.
No.
As we take that live look into Rehoboth. See the bright blue skies there, temperature of 33 degrees. So we're going to see temperatures rise into the upper 30s, and good day to get some bacon. I think I'm going to start my bacon, I think Thursday. I have a lot of cookies to make. 37 by 1 o'clock this afternoon. We'll fall to 28 by around 7 as we see your 10-day forecast here. 57 by Thursday, and that's ahead of a strong cold front that's going to bring a soaking rain to the peninsula late Thursday night through Friday. Friday will hit that high in the morning, and then temperatures fall. And right now, Grace, Christmas Day, 48 degrees under mostly cloudy skies.
Doesn't sound like there will be much sledding going on, no building of snowmen.
No, it doesn't look like a white Christmas, but it looks seasonable. So
You know what, Chris? You know what I'm most interested in would be a Mastro Bono Christmas. And you said you're doing some Christmas cookie baking?
Oh, yes. Crinkles, and then, then we do the big fish dinner on Christmas Eve.
Of course.
Yeah.
Seems like an Italian
Partly
classic.
cloudy
What do I have to do
skies.
to be invited to this? Don't tell Matt Pensick. You know how he gets about this stuff. He is going to be knocking at your family door.
Oh, believe me, more the merrier.
More than-
Anybody's welcome.
Well, you heard it here first. Well, thank you for that, Chris. And thank you at home for joining us for Coast TV News Midday. If you like more local news or weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. And don't forget to join us back here, Coast TV News at 5. That's just Larry's afternoon. And until then, have a great day.